Why aren't you following through on the things that you say that you should do? Right? It's a huge challenge that I think a lot of people face. I have clients come to me and they say, yeah, Ben, I've just been trying for years. I wish I could lose weight. Right? This is a great example. People know what to do. They need to eat less, exercise more. It's so simple, yet they don't do it. I have another client who came to me and she said, Ben, I've been struggling with perfectionism for a very, very long time. She knows what to do. She realizes that she needs to allow things to be imperfect. That's okay. Focus on the 80%, get it done and move on. Don't stress about the little details. But she still does. Why is that? Well, one of the fundamental things that we need to understand about humans is that our behavior is driven by pain and pleasure. This is such a simple concept, yet actually applying it can be so challenging, which is why there's so many people that struggle to implement the things that they say they want to do, but they don't follow through on. So an example here using perfectionism, right? So we'll call this client Stephanie, just as an example. So for her, Stephanie, right, was struggling with perfectionism, with fashion, right? So she would create everything, she would do it all, but she was still just overwhelmed with attempting to kind of do it in a way that she could also relax in the process. She'd be tweaking it, changing it, and what she'd found is she was really trying to avoid the pain of getting anything wrong. She didn't want to get anything wrong, that'd be awful. So what she'd do is she'd just stay where she was. Now, the pleasure there, she kind of wanted to be able to be different, but she was also kind of happy being where she is, right? So there's kind of the pain that she kind of wants to do something, but then the pleasure is like, I think it's okay. So what tends to happen is people stay inside their comfort zone, right? So what happens, and this is a great example, is it's a rubber band. So it stretches. You say, okay, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to do something different. You do something different, and then you pop back. And this is such a key thing to understand, is that unless you can have someone else, and this is why I'm such a big fan of getting mentoring, coaching, having someone outside of yourself to look at your blind spots so you can see where you have something that's unresolved, where there is not alignment to what you're doing, where you're taking 2 steps forward and like 5 steps back, right? You've got to be able to focus on where you're going, move things forward, and actually make it happen in a way that works. So I strongly recommend, if you're struggling with following through and you're thinking, I'm not sure what to do, then make sure that you get someone who knows what they're doing, who can figure out what is it that's going to help you make that shift so you can make the change and actually start doing things that you say that you want to do.